Staying with that story, but there was a somber mood as colleagues and friends gathered at Tshwane House to pay their respects to Mthokozisi Ntumba. And covering that aspect of the story is my colleague Ntumba Memorial. Obviously the family utterly devastated by this loss. What did they have to say today?
Indeed, Sally, the family is saying that they're still battling to come to terms with Mthokozisi Ntumba's death. In fact, we did hear from one of the family members, Ntumba, who is the brother of Mthokozisi Ntumba, speaking at the memorial today. He's saying, of course, that as the family, they're still in shock, they're still in disbelief about how Mthokozisi Ntumba lost his life last week at the hands of police. And of course, they're saying as the family, they're still looking for answers and they still want those responsible to be held accountable. Of course, Sally, this coincided with Mthokozisi Ntumba, with the appearance of the 4 policemen who have been linked to the murder of Mthokozisi Ntumba appearing in court. And the family is saying that they are hoping that they will get justice, but they're saying that it's still a long way to getting justice, given the fact that this matter is still a long way from being resolved in court. But they are saying that it has been quite difficult, especially for his children and his wife, given the fact that they lost a father, they lost a husband, and also they lost somebody that was a breadwinner in that family. But take a listen to what Sanele had to say.
But phambi ngithi hayi siyabonga siwumndeni umthoko noma uthi uyangena la angifice ngikhuluma kanje ubezobheka phansi kose bengathanda ukubona umuntu okhalayo kodwa hayi kubuhlungu bafo ukuthi ushiye kanjena ushiye ngale ndlela oshiye ngayo kodwa asisesekho singakwenza manje ngekhaya sifundisiwe ukuthi isiguqe ngedolo sithandaze sibeka konke kumdala.
Yeah, a family just broken apart. The last thing you expect is that when a family member just goes off to the chemist or to the doctor that they won't ever return. Just such a sad moment indeed. And also, of course, Mthokozisi Ntumba's colleagues paying tribute to him. What are they saying?
Indeed, Sally, most of the colleagues describing him as a hard-working man, somebody who was really polite, was humble and loving. Those are some of the words that we heard, and sentiments from some of his colleagues who say, of course, his death has left them very shocked as well. They are quite angry as well as to the way that Mthokozisi Ntumba lost his life last week, saying that they are hoping that the justice will be served for the family. But in terms of Mthokozisi Ntumba, the professional, we also heard of Mthokozisi, the man who was devoted to his job, a man who was a hard worker, and somebody who would really give all. When he walked into the room, the room would light up because he was somebody who would chuckle and would joke with some of his colleagues. So they're saying that his death has left a huge void in the Department of Human Settlements. And you recall that he was working as a town planner for the city of Tshwane. And some of his colleagues saying that he was one of a kind of employee who managed to, make relationships with some of the communities that, they had difficulty with in terms of some of the projects that they're working with. So they're saying that it is a true loss to the department, the fact that he has died. But most of them are saying that they are hoping that justice will be served and that those who are behind his killing will be brought to book. But take a listen to what they had to say.
Mthokozisi Ntumba was a polite gentleman. He would walk in the office and he would greet us and be like, Ntokazi, unjani namhlanje. He would ask and say, utheni umaswanganye when you left the house this morning? What did your husband say to you when you left the house this morning? Like, he would just make us feel good about ourselves all the time. Mr. Ntumba was a devoted family man. He talked about his wife and children every chance he got.
Remembered as a gentleman and a family man. Thank you very much for news there, Mangoba Mkulu.